Good morning, hello, it's Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. You join Liz and I. Liz is behind the camera now, practicing being a camera girl, ready for your season of, I don't know, making videos that you claim you're going to be doing. It is Bank Holiday Monday morning and we're heading out for a ride on the gravel bikes. Now, the route is, oh, hang on, what's it, how far is it? 42 miles. Cafe stop is, we're not sure, are we? There's a couple of options. Yeah, we're going to see how we get on. The weather is
hit and miss.
Yeah, it's okay at the minute, but it is forecast to get windy. Well, it's already windy, but windier, rainy, etc. But it is, what time is it, 9 AM? Quarter to 9, something like that?
Just after half 8.
So yeah, and it's not forecast to go into lunchtime, so we're hoping we're going to get around before the worst of the weather, aren't we?
Well, we were hoping to already be well into the ride by now. But
well, one of us is already well into the ride. I've had to ride here. Liz said to me, look, fat boy, if you want to do Ironman UK in 9 weeks, you've got to ride to where we're meeting. So I've ridden for nearly an hour now.
Yeah.
And you're just stood here freezing while I'm making you do a video.
Yeah.
Should we get pedalling? Come on then, let's go. Just riding next to a train line just on the north side of Matlock. They actually do a running race down here. I've seen it a couple of times. I think it's 6 or 7 miles. And you basically race the train. I've got absolutely no hope of beating a train. I can't even beat grandmas and granddads at the minute, so I think I'll perhaps give that one a miss. The trails this morning are really busy. Bank Holiday Monday, you know, walkers, dog walkers, cyclists, awesome to see, brilliant. You okay?
Yeah.
That's all we do for like, so we do for like 90% of the ride. I'm like, you're right, and he was like, yeah. Or what did you say? Are you doing blowing your nose, are you?
Yeah.
Lovely. Are you going to tell us a bit about this route then, Liz, or what? Who have you nicked it off? What event's it from? That's where you normally get routes from, isn't it?
Can't hear you very well, but I'll do my best.
Where are we going? Where have you nicked the route from? And what's it called?
So this is actually a very popular route.
Yeah.
But recently it's been made an official loop called the White Peak Gravel Loop.
Yeah.
But it's a route what people were doing anyway.
Right.
So we're just...
How's it been made official? How do you make a route official?
Well, Derbyshire County Council have done it.
Oh, right. The council. Thanks, council.
So they've had all signs put up and it's got an official name and it's officially made.
Cool, okay.
So we're doing it today. So I have done it once before in this same direction with swim coach Ash.
Yeah.
But we did a slightly different bit to get from the Monsell Trail to the High Peak Trail.
Yeah.
But today we're doing a cross-country loop for that bit.
Okay.
So we're following the official loop today.
Right.
And giving it a go.
Coll. You know, I call him swim coach Ash because he's my swim coach. He's just Ash to you.
But that's what people know, man.
Just put the camera away and Liz now wants to talk about the terrain. Go on, Liz.
So there are a couple of really big hills on this route today.
Massive,
We've
huge.
got the first one coming up.
It's called the Calder
in
what?
a couple of miles. From the bottom of Rowsley up towards the Monsell Trail.
Oh.
And it is rather steep. It starts off on road.
Yeah.
Then you go onto a gravel path.
Yeah.
But it just goes for ages and it's very steep.
Okay.
And we've got a huge headwind going up that one today.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Where's the other one?
And then the other one is from the Monsell Trail onto the High Peak Trail.
Oh.
I think there's a couple of spice bits there as well.
Oh God.
And then the whole of the Monsell Trail is just slightly uphill.
Yeah, that's quite sapping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yes, it's so slight, but actually it will. And that's all the headwind.
Yeah. Well, have you got it in you today then or what?
I don't really know, to be honest.
I've got your new mud guard, well, your old mud guard on your new bike now.
I know, that's cool.
Guess it gets wet today.
I'm hoping these few warm-up miles will get me up this first one.
Okay. So when I put the camera away now, what else are you going to say? Or are we done now?
I think I'm done.
Right, let's get some pedalling done.
I need to save my energy.
Go on then, say that again on camera. How are you giving it the big one?
Watch these holes. I said, right, regroup at the top.
And what do you mean by that?
I'll see you at the top because I'll probably be behind you.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were going to be waiting for me at the top.
No way.
What happened last time?
No way, I know what I'm letting myself in for.
What happened last time you tried to do this climb?
I couldn't quite make it to the top.
But now, you spent thousands of pounds on a new bike, so that means you're definitely going to get to the top.
Well, no, I haven't got much energy today. I'm not counting on it.
That's not how it works. New bike means you...
These legs have got to turn the pedals.
Come on then, let's go.
Slow and steady wins the race, that's the motto.
Unfortunately it doesn't, Liz.
Well, it does on this climb.
Okay. I remember when I last did this climb now, it was at about 4 AM with Bike Fit Dan. when we were starting a stupid long gravel ride around the peak. So I've only done this in the dark. It's nice to see it.
You say, how do you like it in the daylight?
Yeah, I'm glad I can see the drainage gullies now rather than being a bit of a surprise. Oh, we've got to go all the way up there, Liz.
I know.
All the way up there. Ooh. I was almost like taking the mick when they said, oh, Derbyshire Council have like said a route, oh, amazing, well done, you've listed a route. Actually, look at the surface.
Yeah, resurfaced all this.
So good, isn't it?
Just farm tracks before with great big rocks on it. You kind of just had to pick a path through and hope for the best. So
this is like, you could bring the family on here, like kids would be absolutely fine, wouldn't they? Well, okay, well, I don't know.
Same here.
Thing is, I bet kids will get there no problem. It's just us that are struggling. But like the actual surface is brilliant, isn't it? This is like
improvement, yeah.
Light gravel. You've not got to have like extreme mountain bike tyres on or anything. This is lovely.
Yeah,
isn't
they've
it?
put a lot of work in it, definitely.
Okay, let's put some more work in then, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Hello, it's okay. Hello, whoa, rapid. So you're not scared of sheep as you have cows?
I'm not scared of sheep.
Thing is, if they all tried to like rush you and all run at you, you'd still be in a pickle, wouldn't you?
No, I'd
Watch
say,
out.
oh, let me stroke you.
Look, they're thinking about it. So I'm hoping that I'll have got around to editing the nutrition testing videos very soon. But if I haven't, Liz, you're just testing a Talk. What flavour is it?
Raspberry apple.
What do you reckon?
Nice, very raspberry.
The flavours, I think they've nailed Talk in the gels. I've tried a couple of different ones and they taste very much like what it says on the tin. I don't know as if I'd have loads of them because they're very sweet and very strong flavour, but
Sweet.
yeah, but like as every once in a while,
Yeah.
it's alright, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Oh, my legs are killing.
Are you ready for this bit?
Oh, that was hard. I think it's going to get more difficult, Liz.
Right, put the camera away.
Yeah.
Have to stop.
Yeah.
Can't stop on camera.
Go on then. Go through a gate. Go on. Okay.
That.
Yeah.
Careful. Pure rock. Quite a few minutes have passed. I'm still walking uphill. It's very rocky, very steep. Daniel's gone out of sight now, so I assume he's done it. Let's hope so. Stickiness, I'll have to baby wipe it in a bit.
Is that snot?
No, it's gel from earlier when I dropped a bit and couldn't find it.
What did you reckon to that part of your route, Liz?
Horrendous. This bit's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that was really rocky and steep, and I was just like, I just committed to it, channeled my inner gravel pro.
Because that was...
It was one of those ones where you just, I was right on the edge for a while. Just got to keep turning the pedals. It's almost like you're going that slow. If I go to unclip, I'm going to stop and topple over before I'm unclipped. So
you've got to just
yeah, exactly, commit to it. But now I'm hoping, don't we turn into a tailwind here? Or am I dreaming it?
Not yet.
Oh.
Get onto the trail. No, it looks like I actually have a bit of one here.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so.
Get a picture of me riding around there.
I've got some pictures of you walking your bike up that hill.
They're not Instagram worthy.
So we just stopped and had a lovely lunch at Daisy's coffee shop. Now, you saw this place and wanted to come in. I said, no, let's keep cracking, let's get onto Parsley Hay, let's get a bit further around for when the rain comes and so on. But like in any good relationship, we compromised, didn't we? And did what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I stopped here, but that's a really nice little place. There's only 3 tables inside, but I managed to snag one of them. And
well, we're on a caravan camping site, aren't we? So
yeah, so
really nice.
You had, what did you have? Fish finger sandwich.
Yeah, really
Please,
nice.
don't you?
Yeah.
And we shared a bit of cake. I had a ham and cheese panini. So That shows real growth for us, showing Kate, doesn't it? So yeah. Anyway, right, we're roughly halfway around, aren't we? So we've got about 22 miles to go. I'm hoping that a large part of it is going to be tailwind. And we've only got about 400 feet.
Much further away from that.
There's only about 400 feet of climbing left, so we're hoping that it's going to be mostly flat and downhill as well.
Smash it.
Smash it. And there's a big long descent, steep descent into Confidence, isn't there? So we need to not deck it on there. So come on then, let's go.
Let's go.
This is just like a club ride, Liz. Straight out of the cafe stop, up a whacking great hill.
With the massive headwind.
How's your cafe legs?
Burning.
I took my jersey and wind jacket, gilet off, put them in my frame bag and put this jacket on. I sweat quite a lot. And I got sweaty earlier and then it just starts getting cold. So I've opted for just the jacket. And I'm gonna see how that goes. And if it starts raining, at least I've already got this on. I actually re-waterproofed this a couple weeks ago as well.
Nice.
So I sort of want to half test it.
Nice.
Just look like we're gonna get wet as well.
Might blow over it being so windy.
Yeah, it'll blow over, I'm sure it will. You got another gear, go down one.
Yeah.
Nah, you haven't really. Haha. Haha.
That's mean. Really mean.
This is a tailwind now, Liz, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I'm red up, but you know, hopefully it's like this all the way back and I can just freewheel all the way.
Oh, stop.
Oh, you do so many skids
I
when
only
you.
had one brake to press, that's why.
You can tell who don't buy their own tyres, can't
I
you?
think it'll let me shake it.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
I know you're a chicken whisperer.
Chicken whisper. They're going to them because they've got food lot.
Oh yeah. So we have 8 miles left to go, and Liz, to the right, you can just see all that haze. What's that?
Rain.
Yeah, rain. And it's coming this way.
Come
So you
in.
better get a wiggle on. That's nerve-wracking, Liz, isn't it? Riding down the narrow path right next to the canal with
I know.
no wall or anything.
So nerve-wracking.
I was going behind you, just so I had the camera ready.
Yeah, now I was taking the
Yeah.
lead to bodge through everything.
We're going right done and dusted?
Yeah, I've saved mine now.
Okay, stats on screen. Good ride that, 4 and a bit hours on the pedals. Yeah, happy with that. Good day out. There's nothing else I'd rather do on a bank holiday.
I want
a
a
nice
picture
boat ride.
next to that narrowboat with
Yeah.
the geese behind me, and
Okay.
then we'll just roll around to the car, which is just over
Yeah,
there.
well, I want doesn't get.
Please, could I?
Yes, there you go, that's better. Well done. Right, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've had a great bank holiday as well. If you don't work bank holidays, I know some people do work bank holidays, please do hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for, dunno, back to the working
Gosling's
life.
over
and
there,
training.
look on the land.
Yeah, okay. This isn't a nature program, this is a cycling program. See you later. A little bit of bonus footage. That's what my car could look like if I wasn't too tight to pay to have the bonnet and boot painted. Couldn't it, Liz? My car would look like that if I paid to have the bonnet and boot painted.
Yeah, we should have done it 5 years ago.
Oh, I haven't had the car
Got
4 years, so
car.
yeah.